Now, with that said, I just want to mention how much more nutritious raw fruits and vegetables are than cooked. When there's heat applied to a food, the enzymes get destroyed. The enzymes stay intact when a food is kept raw. Now, I'm not talking about meat because raw meat is best left for animals and obviously not humans. But raw fruits and vegetables have these enzymes. And what these enzymes do that is so critical for the body is it activates the creation of white blood cells in your lymph system. So the medical field will tell you this, and I've heard it in nursing classes before when I was dabbling in nursing in college, and they'll tell you that your body has a limited amount of white blood cells. They aren't produced in the body the way red blood cells are, and so you have a limited amount. And that's why it's important to have enough white blood cells to protect you from diseases and such. However, what they don't tell you is that it's not that you have a limited amount, it's just that your body doesn't create it on its own. You can get as many white blood cells as you want because the way that white blood cells are created, well, they are created in the body, but it takes an enzyme to activate that creation. And the way that your body gets that activation is through the enzyme that's found in only raw fruits and vegetables, not any other food. So raw and not cooked vegetables, because the enzyme gets destroyed when the heat is applied. But with raw fruits and vegetables, they have this enzyme that triggers your system to start producing white blood cells. And so people who never eat raw fruits and vegetables, which in our society today is kind of the norm, 150, 200 years ago, that's what they ate. They ate a lot of raw foods because most people, 90% of people's livelihood was from agriculture. It was a very agricultural world for most of history. And they would grow their own fruits and vegetables and they came out raw from the ground. And a lot of, they would cook it quite often, but a lot of the times they would eat it just raw and prepare it raw. And so in today's day and age, you see the increase of cancer and the increase of heart disease and all of this increase of diseases because the raw fruits and vegetables are not being consumed like they used to be when people had their own gardens and farms. And the reason is because that's how white blood cells are made. So it might be true that people's white blood cells are limited in their bodies today just because they aren't eating raw fruits and vegetables. So that's my lecture on raw fruits and vegetables. I cannot undervalue the importance of eating raw fruits and vegetables. The only thing is it takes a while to get used to doing that, especially in modern society where there's so many conveniences. You have packaged, processed foods everywhere. You have vending machines, you have fast food places, you have the grocery store. So just eating raw fruits and vegetables, like I said, 200 years ago, all they had to do is walk into their backyard and pick something out of their garden. And if you have tried to get raw fruits and vegetables, but you found that they just kind of went into the vegetable cemetery, which is the crisper on the bottom of the refrigerator, what you might want to do is consider getting frozen fruits and vegetables and just keeping them in the freezer and then letting them thaw out when you're ready to eat them. Or even if you want to microwave them, it's fine if you start out with cooked. That is so much better than not eating fruits and vegetables. But if you do just keep them in the freezer, the shelf life is so much longer, or the freezer life. You can pull them out whenever you're ready to eat them, and you won't have a bunch of just rotten fruits and vegetables in the crisper because you're not in the habit of eating them, and so all that money's going to waste and all that food's going to waste. So frozen fruits and vegetables are really, really easy and convenient and still work just the same and still have all the nutrients, and that's a great way to start out.